Assalamualaikum. What if the biggest mistake you are making after divorce isn't something you are saying, but something your child is quietly feeling every time they are with you? Because if your child feels responsible for protecting your emotions, you have unintentionally placed a burden on shoulders that were never meant to carry it. I've lived through divorce. I know what it feels like to hold back tears after your child leaves, to fight the urge to ask too many questions, and to wonder if you are doing enough as a father. That journey forced me to rebuild, not just as a man, but as a father. By the end of this video, you will understand the one principle that protects your child's emotional well-being after divorce. More importantly, you'll know how to become the father your child feels safest running back to, no matter which home they are in. I'll never forget one particular custody exchange. The children had spent an amazing weekend with me. We laughed, prayed together, ate together, we played. For a while, it almost felt like life before divorce. Then came the hardest part: dropping them back. As they climbed into the other car, every part of me wanted to hold on just a little longer. One more hug, one more minute. Just another excuse to delay goodbye. I remember driving away with that familiar emptiness sitting quietly beside me. The car suddenly felt too quiet. Every father watching this probably knows that silence. But then something hit me. What if the children had been watching me more closely than I realized? What if every sigh, every sad face, every heavy goodbye was teaching them something I never intended? Not with words, with emotions. That thought stopped me in my tracks, because children don't just hear us, they absorb us. And that's when I realized something that completely changed the way I approach fatherhood after divorce. The goal after divorce is not to stop your child from feeling sad. Sadness, confusion, being clingy is normal. Missing the other parent is normal too. Those are not behavior problems. They are grief, fear, insecurity flowing through a child's nervous system. The real goal is much simpler. Your child should be able to think, my parents aren't together anymore, but I'm still safe. I'm still loved. I'm still wanted. And none of this is my responsibility. That is success. Not pretending divorce didn't hurt. Not forcing happiness. Not making them move on. It's about making them feel safe. Now here's a principle that changed everything for me. Never make your child manage your emotions. Everything else depends on this. Because after divorce, your child is already carrying enough. They are adjusting between two homes, two routines, two worlds. They're trying to understand something they never chose. The last thing they need is to also carry daddy. Yet many fathers accidentally do exactly that, not because they are a bad person, but because they are men who are hurt. And hurt people often leak pain without realizing it. Maybe it's a disappointed face when your child says they miss mommy. Maybe it's becoming unusually quiet during handovers. Maybe it's asking too many questions about the other house. Or maybe it's making your child feel guilty for enjoying time with the mother of their stepmother or with the other side of the family. None of those moments may seem huge, but together they quietly teach one dangerous lesson. Daddy needs me to make him feel okay. Once that happens, your child stops being just a child. They become a reluctant emotional caretaker. That's a role they were never created to carry. Let me share with you the highest ROI every divorced father should live by. Your child must feel completely free to love you without rescuing you, and completely free to love the other parent without betraying you. Think about how much this one protects. It prevents guilt, loyalty conflicts, people pleasing, emotional shutdown. It prevents your child from becoming your personal therapist. It prevents them from pretending to be happy just so you won't worry. It prevents them from hiding their real feelings, from feeling guilty every time they leave your house. One principle, countless benefits. So what does this actually look like? Imagine your child is leaving after the weekend. You don't look devastated. You smile, kneel down, you hug them and simply say, I loved having you again. Enjoy your week. Daddy will see you soon. Notice what isn't there. No guilt, emotional pressure, sadness placed onto your child. Just calm confidence. Now, imagine your child says, I miss mommy. That sentence shouldn't threaten you. Instead, you reply with warmth. Of course you miss mommy. She's your mother. Hey, you can miss her and still enjoy your time with daddy. Do you see what's happening? You're giving your child permission to have a full heart, not a divided one. Now, imagine they are usually clingy, which is unusual. Instead of saying you're being too emotional, you simply open your arms and say, looks like your heart needs extra daddy time today. Come here. No shame, no correction. Just safety. And eventually they will ask the difficult question, why don't you and mommy live together anymore? That moment is not your opportunity to explain adult pain. It's your opportunity to protect childhood. So instead, you calmly say, that's something for adults to handle. You are loved, and none of this is your fault. That's leadership, not because it feels easy, because it protects the one person who didn't choose the divorce. Children rarely remember every outing. They won't remember every toy, every meal, every holiday, but they will always remember how it felt to be with you. The emotional temperature. If being with daddy feels peaceful, safe, warm, predictable, and free from emotional pressure, they'll keep coming back. Not just physically, but emotionally, even when they are adults. But if being with daddy feels heavy, tense, full of guilt, or like they are constantly need to protect your feelings, they may still love you, but they will slowly start protecting themselves from you. That's the real danger. Not losing visits, it's losing emotional closeness. If you are rebuilding after divorce, remember this. The father your child needs tomorrow is built by the man you choose to become today. That's exactly why I created the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook. It's a free guide designed specifically for Muslim men rebuilding after divorce. Not just emotionally, but spiritually, physically, financially, and as fathers. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you're looking for personalized guidance on rebuilding your life after divorce, apply for a private rebuild strategy call. Together, we'll identify where you are, what's holding you back, and create a practical roadmap for your next chapter. If this video resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, The Maverick Mountain. It's for men rebuilding their lives after divorce through discipline, emotional control, fatherhood leadership, and faith. And I genuinely like to hear from you. What is the one thing you consciously changed to make your child feel emotionally safer after your divorce? Your experience may help another father who is silently struggling. I will leave you with this. Your child doesn't need a perfect father. Your child needs an emotionally safe father. A father whose strength doesn't come from pretending he's never hurt, but from refusing to let his hurt become his child's burden. Because one day, your children probably won't remember every conversation, but they'll remember exactly how they felt in your presence. So become the father whose heart is safe enough for your child to bring their whole heart into without fear, guilt, and without feeling responsible for fixing an adult's pain. And that is one of the greatest acts of leadership a Muslim man can leave as his legacy. Assalamu alaikum.